Hey fam, Happy New Year. And I hope that your holiday season went off well and that your New Year's is beginning with a bang. So in today's episode, we're going to discuss my top favorites in my collection for the month of December 2022. So that being said, all right, let's go ahead and make it do what it do. All right. So the first one in my collection, the first one we're going to talk about today is my Epiprenum pinnatum Baltic Blue. I love this baby. I think I got it like last July, like around June or July of last year. I kept it outside through the summer months, and it really just kind of took off by the end of the summer. It would just, it went from like little small 4 to 6 inch pot containers to almost this. My goal for 2023 is to get it to climb. So I have this pole up here right now. It's a little dry. I need to wet it up. But it's beautiful. Look at it. It's very full, very thick. And it's a basic plant. It's a commercially very common plant, very readily available, easy to grow. Doesn't require a lot of light. Especially for my conditions, there's only like a couple of key choice sites that I can actually put a plant that loves light. But luckily this one is low maintenance. Sometimes I forget it's there, but this one, I actually looked at it this month and I was just like, man, this is beautiful. So needless to say, I'm loving it. All right. So this is the Epiprenum pinnatum Baltic Blue. All right. So next up, we have the Monstera Thai constellation. And no, it hasn't shrunk. This is the second this is smaller, the younger of the two that I have. Actually, I got this from a vendor off of Etsy called Bartrop Plants. They actually are out of Columbus, Ohio. They do have a brick and mortar store. So if you're in that area, I definitely, if you have never gone by there before, definitely go check them out. They have a nice selection of plants. A lot of, I think their focus is orchids, but they also have a lot of philodendrons, anthuriums, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, so this is cool. Actually, when I got it, it was probably about like this. It was like really small. It's still, it just started kind of growing a lot over the fall. I just got my first, I lost one leaf early and then it grew another one. I think this was the second to the oldest. This is a brand new one right here. Don't like to touch it because, they get a little finicky, but look at that. Look at that. It is, that variegation is awesome. It has kind of like a creme brulee type of thing. But I love it. I can't wait for it to grow up. I'm hoping that for 2023, that starts seeing some really significant growth. Both this one and my more mature one have definitely kind of done a lot this fall. I think I got like about 2 out of my, I got 2 out of the bit older one. And then this one I just got this new one. It's so beautiful. Look at that. That is so nice. But yeah, so I can't wait for it to get older. So this is my second of the 5. No particular order, by the way. I'm just throwing them out there. But this is the second of the 5, and this is the Monstera Thai constellation. So the third on my list, and I had a lot of favorites this year, but this one is definitely, she's not only surprised me in terms of just her hardiness, I've also, just everything about her has been just beautiful. So since I already showed you guys, I was trying to do a little surprise, but it didn't happen. This one is the Anthurium regale. Regale? Some people say regale, some people say regale. But this is the Anthurium regale. I got this one from Ecuagenera, US. No. I got this from Ecuagenera. Yeah, I got this from Ecuagenera or Ecuador. So she's beautiful. Look how thick that chunk is. She's thick. All right. So she's a beauty, man. I'm really I love how they look as a adult form. The striking pattern of their veins and the veination or the veins or what have you it's just a beautiful plant. And it's already started to kind of take its adult form in terms of just producing one leaf. It's like, so I'm hoping that nothing happens to this leaf until the next one starts to pop up and do its thing. But this is the Anthurium regale. She is living in ambient. She's not in a grow tent or any type of humidity chamber or whatever. She's basically living out in ambient temperatures, and she's been doing it. I mean, loving it. I water like once, maybe twice a week. Still, this one tends to be, at least in my care, they tend to be a little thirstier. Right now it's winter time, so it's a little drier. So, and as you guys know, if you guys don't know, anthuriums do like to stay moist, but not like saturated. So I try to keep them moist. I usually do a bottom. I still do a bottom watering because I can be a little heavy-handed when it comes to watering. So this year, lessons learned from last year, from 2021, was bottom watering is the way to go. So this is the third one on my list, and it is the Anthurium. I got you what I'm saying. Anthurium regale. So the fourth one on my list is one. I love it. It's a baby. I still love it, and I can't wait for it to get old enough to be able to really show its real form. So, but this one is the Anthurium chamberlainii. And for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you probably have seen this one before. She is mesmerizing even in its juvenile form. They typically, similar to like the Modena, they typically, and a lot of other anthuriums, their leaves come out like a striking red, and then as they get mature, as they get older, like right now, her leaves are pretty light, or like a medium to light green, well, medium green. But as they get older, when they become more mature plants, their leaves basically go from this red that you see right here, and to a dark green. It's just striking. I love it. Where did I get this from? I got this from Root Greenhouse, and this is actually one of my first orders from them. So if you guys saw that video or that unboxing, you probably saw this one. She's definitely kind of grown some more. She died back for a minute. I was about to have maybe have a couple of heart attacks, but then she started to acclimate to my environment, and she's looking good. I mean, I love her. And so this is the Anthurium chamberlainii. I will keep you guys posted as to how she does as she grows. I can't wait for the next growing season. And that's it. Anthurium chamberlainii, plant number 4. All right, guys. So my next plant, well, last but not least, this one is my SP Columbia. You can see she's the oldest leaf is starting to get a little brown, but she's still kind of a stunner. This one is the newest leaf. I got her from Ecuagenera. She's actually got another one that's popping up, if you can see right here. But I got her from Ecuagenera. Same thing as she was going through the acclimation process, up and down, just kind of doing her thing. But now she's kind of normalized. They are crawlers, so I have her kind of and I have her posted up a little bit because she's still, when I had originally had her in a round pot, and then once I felt she was a little bit more comfortable and stabilized, I went ahead and planted her up in here. So I put these little chopsticks, or I'm saying they call these skewers. Put these skewers, I got some skewers and put these in here so that she could stabilize and the root structure could do what it needs to do. At some point, I'm thinking probably by next summer or sometime next summer / next fall, she's going to be out of this pot, and either I'm going to be propagating her into a second pot, or we're going to get her in a bigger pot. Either way, but this is the SP Columbia. I love the billowy leaves. I actually came across these when I was watching unplanned parenthood. Charmaine's channel. I was watching her channel. I was like, oh man, these are nice. And analysis. You don't even grow here. I think she has one as well. But this is the Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful plant. All right, so that was my top 5. But of course, I have a couple of honorable mentions because I just do. It's hard to get down to 5 and not have a couple of ones that are real close, but what have you. So I need to just at least mention them. The first one that I have is the Anthurium clarinervium. She is doing wonderfully. Again, another one, can't complain. I mean, I love the venation. Can't wait for her to get into her adult form, because if you've ever seen some adult clarinerviums, they're just stunners. But she's been growing pretty good in my character. I think she's got like 2 or 3 new leaves and probably lost about 2 leaves due to just the evolution of a plant. My second honorable mention is the I'll say Anthurium philodendron jungle boogie, or the philodendron narrow, or I think they have crocodile as one of them, but that's usually like the lime green one. But yeah, so this is the philodendron narrow, philodendron jungle boogie. That's how it was sold to me. Yeah, so that is I love this plant. I love the sorry, I thought I saw a bug, and I was like, what? Wait a minute, where's the spray? All right. So I love this plant. I love the form of the plant. I love the shape of the leaves, kind of like that whole saw feel to it. It is an aggressive grower, very low maintenance. I got this probably like May or June of last year, and it was about medium size, so probably like about up to here. So it's really started growing. I'm going to put it on a thicker post. This is actually, y'all don't laugh at me now. So this is one of my original attempts at doing a moss pole. And I was like, oh, you don't need to be that big or that thick, because I was trying to conserve on the sphagnum moss. So I was just like, okay, we'll make it long, tall, just something to post it up on. But now I realized I needed to have something that was a little bit more robust. Let's keep it like that. So yeah, that being said, this is one of my favorites. This is an honorable mention. It's definitely one of my favorites as well. Just like every time I see her, I look at it and I'm like, wow, she's nice. But so I actually have 2 of them plus the Ring of Fire. So a Ring of Fire, which if you saw on Facebook, you saw that I recently got one of those. But yeah, so this is the Philodendron jungle book. All right, so my last one is my Monstera deliciosa. I'm actually going to go ahead and put in some footage because she's way too big to be trying to come down, bring her downstairs and put her in front of the camera. That's just not going to happen today. So that being said, I'm going to probably put some B-roll on her, so you guys can see what she looks like. She has, I got to give her honorable mention because she went through the fire last fall. Not last fall, like 2 weeks ago. I went into water, her and her little sister, my other Monstera deliciosa, and she mealy bugs. Mealy bugs was just nasty. But that being said, I took her and put some. Got a little cocktail, mealybug cocktail, which comprised of like 8 ounces of 70% rubbing alcohol, 32 ounces of water, and this is just loose. Some neem oil and some neem oil and some insecticidal soap. and I sprayed her down. I sprayed her down twice. So I sprayed her down once and just with one of those pump sprays. And actually I sprayed her down 3 times, because when I first saw them, I immediately started spraying them down. Sprayed everything in that room. And then I sprayed her down and dragged her upstairs. And dragged her and her sister upstairs, put them in a tub, sprayed them down again, and let it dry, and then sprayed them down a 3rd time. But this time I actually wiped down each leaf, making sure that it was clean. And then, of course, with a disposal, I basically kind of disposed of the microfiber towel. It was like a cheap kind. So I did that, and then I just isolated her for about 2 weeks, washed her, make sure she was good. Well, about a week. Watched her, make sure she was good, and everything looked good so far. I'm still going to keep on monitoring them, have them isolated from everyone else in their own space. But she looks great. Right? I mean, she, you know, I had to cut back some things, cut back a couple of really damaged leaves, and I sprayed it down, and then did a similar concoction of neem oil and insecticidal soap, and poured it into the soil just in case, and some hydroperoxide just in case. So I did that, and now she looks great. All right, so guys, this is my favorites for the month of December. If you liked this video, I want you to obliterate, not just push. I want you to obliterate the like button. And if this is your first time here, please feel free to like. And I also would love if you join the community and subscribe. So when you subscribe, just make sure that you click on the all notifications so that you'll be notified every time I post a video. I usually post like at least once or twice a week of like longer videos and a couple of shorts in between. So definitely, you know, if you haven't decided to, if you haven't joined, whether it be that you watch videos and you just never decided to join, or if this is your first time watching a video, you say, I like this guy, let me go ahead and join. Please do so. And let's help build this community in 2023. All right, guys, look, have a great one. And until next time, let's make it do what it do.